hope you're having a great day. It is Thursday and 4:15. My boys were in the middle of doing chores, so I couldn't hop on at the 4 o'clock hour like I was hoping for. So I'm going to show you how to make Enchilada Casserole. You could choose to do meat with this if you would like. For us personally, I'm going without meat. I'm going to be using corn tortillas, cheese, and then the tomatillo sauce that I had showed you earlier in this group. And I also wanted to show you, I steamed some zucchini really quickly because I wanted to show you how it blends in your tomatillo sauce very easily. You could also do anything that kind of has a neutral flavor. Some people might think that maybe mushrooms are not neutral, but I have found that when I make it in salads, because I personally do not like mushrooms, but when I put it in my salads, I cannot taste it. So that could be something that you could try adding to it. It really is up to you. I am able to get my kids veggies in this particular meal and it kind of be tear-free. So let me grab them. I just realized I didn't grab the zucchini. All right, so I'm gonna just show you real quick. When I made the tomatillo sauce, I used my Vitamix that I have here, but I can actually use my NutriBullet because it's just the, I have 2 zucchini, or these are actually called Mexican squash. But I have 2 that I steamed for maybe 5-10 minutes, not long at all. I used maybe 1/4 of a cup of water, and I'm just gonna add them into my, ouch, that's hot. Add them into my NutriBullet here. So here's my, there's 2 Mexican squash in here, so I don't know, maybe about 1 pound of zucchini. So I mix that up, nice and green, and I'm gonna add it to my already made tomatillo sauce here, which are tomatillos, onion, and garlic. That is super green. They're steamed because they just came off the stove. So just trying to get whatever I can out of there. Those bad boys, because nobody's doing the dishes for me except me. Okay, so I added my zucchini in here, and then I'm just gonna mix it, you know, manually. And we are ready to make our enchilada casserole. The reason I do a casserole instead of enchiladas is because, to be honest with you, I don't want to sit there one at a time making them. And they don't come, you know, they don't know the difference, so why go through all the trouble? That's just for me personally. I also don't have to use oil, which each one of them, as I blend it. So here's the tomatillo sauce blended with the zucchini. You can't even tell that it's in there. And okay, so the corn tortillas that I'm using, these ones are from Trader Joe's, and it has ground corn, water, and some lime. So that's my encouragement to you is, sorry, I have an itch in my nose, is to make sure that you, when you are buying your tortillas, that you try to go with as minimal process. Like if it's corn tortillas, then you don't want to have anything more than water, corn, and maybe some lime. And then when you're going with flour, you want to go with unbleached and with no enrichments. And then of course water and salt and whole wheat flour. So just a rule of thumb that I usually do. So I get, you know, about 3 of the corn tortillas, and I just kind of try to rip them. I usually do it into thirds somewhat, or, you know, just very rough tear. And then what I do is I line it, and I will show you how I line it, but I just, you know, give my first layer. Nothing pretty, just kind of like, I guess, if you've done paper mache, maybe something like that. And you could warm them up, and I guess that would soften it, but I find that with the, once I bake it, oh, you know what? Let me put my oven, preheat that really quick. I preheat it at 350, and then I bake this for about 20 minutes because everything is already cooked. I just want it to all come together. So there it is. There's that first layer. And I have, again, I have my vegetables inside here, so I don't have to layer anything else other than the sauce and the cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and just start with doing the first layer of the sauce, just so it, on the base here is nice and moist. And you can go as many layers as you'd like. I find a good size when I'm serving for the kids is, you know, usually about 2 layers. This sauce is a little bit more chunky than your standard store-bought. And then again, I don't add salt to my food, so you could always, I find adding salt and pepper at the very end is going to get you your best results with using the least amount of salt and giving the most flavor. That way you don't have to use as much, because you don't want, oh my goodness, I have like one stray hair feeling like it's tickling me. If you don't want for the taste on something to come out, you want to add it at the very beginning when you're cooking something, and if you want it to be, the flavor to be strong, you add it at the end. So yeah, this is grass-fed medium cheddar. I got it from my local farmer's market, and it was like $2.79 a pound. Okay, sorry, I already put the sauce and I put the cheese, and then now I'm gonna just do my next layer. It's like all of a sudden like really quiet. That's never the case here in my home. The boys are in the room doing Legos. Okay, so I have my next layer I can take advantage of here. Okay, so I'm just going to put my sauce. I usually start with just putting it into the center and then, you know, spreading it around little by little. After making the sauce myself, I find that that's my preference now. So hopefully you find that to be the same case. So I'm kind of, I don't put too much as I'm layering, but I'll show you why at the very end. So I'm just going to do one more layer here, and then we will top it, and then that way I can show you what I do with the rest of my sauce. So it's just very rough and loose, and just, you know, just to kind of get everything, it's not a lot of cheese, it's not a lot of sauce, not a lot of tortillas. It is a great meal. You can add chicken or beef to it. I find that I like chicken with green and then beef with red, but you can add it however you would like. If you're having company, this is a great meal to spread through your company. Low cost. Low cost. And then if you had any leftover rice or beans from any of your other meals that I have shown you earlier, you could even add those as like an extra casserole. You could add those to it, or you could add it onto the casserole, or you could put it on the side, serve it on the side, just, you know, up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna do, this is the end. This is the end of the stacking. Again, I don't like it to be too high. I don't know why. For the kids, it's intimidating or something. But so now that I don't have any more layers to do, I am going to just pour this right on top here. Okay, so it's all cleaned out. And I'm just going to spread this all the way over here. Everything's going to be nice and moist, because you don't want to have it like dried out. Nobody likes that. And then that allows, if I want to make the sides crispy or anything like that, that allows an opportunity for that. Okay, so there's the sauce, and then now I'm going to just do the rest of the cheese. And I had the leftover cheese from the other night. I forgot what the name of the cheese is. Monterey Jack? Cheddar Jack? Something like that. But yeah, so that's that. If you like black olives, you could top those on here. My husband doesn't care for them, so I don't do them anymore. I discovered that later into our marriage, that he doesn't like black olives. That was fun. Okay, so here is the casserole. It is ready to go. I'm going to put it to bake on 350. My oven is preheated, or just about. It's a minute shy of being preheated. And I'm going to bake it on 350 for about 20-25 minutes, because I do like the sides to come out crispy, and the liquid that is here, it will kind of go up throughout. And yeah, that's a meal. It took what, 5 minutes to prep, 10 minutes to prep, and then baking, you can do any dishes that you need to do or whatever, but it's just a really quick, easy meal, especially when you're doing it casserole style. So I hope that helps. And I haven't had too much interaction from you guys, so I'd really, really love to hear from you, hear how this is helping you, if you've tried any recipes, if you have any questions. Tomorrow's our last day, so hopefully I hear from you guys, and thank you so much.